Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the month of May. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Let's get started. I've got some pre-shuffled oracle messages. I want to jump right in. Really beautiful message to start off the reading. The first pre-shuffled message comes by way of the Keepers of the Light Oracle. You have Kuan Yin. She is a benevolent Bodhisattva. She is the goddess of mercy, compassion, and love. This is about care and compassion, putting that in the forefront for the rest of the month of May, whenever you find this. Some of you are watching this just a few days before, some of you during. But this month, this is indicating that you have a strong connection to healing energy. And the whole entire deck, standing behind Kuan Yin, which are all the ascended masters, archangels, the higher energies, higher vibrations that surround us, these benevolent Bodhisattva energies, they all want to tell you and indicate to you, they want to acknowledge that the service and commitment you have offered to others means a lot. So a lot of you are out there caring for other people, nurturing the people that you love selflessly. Kuan Yin is the goddess of that type of energy. This month, you'll be moving into greater compassion. And compassion really is what we call namaste, recognizing the soul in others and being governed by that energy in the way you relate to people, how you see them. I think it was Sean Korn. She wrote a book about, at a young age, before she ever became a yogi, she was going through a really difficult time, very rebellious and very upset with the world, and was really struggling, in a place of resistance before she found yoga. And she met someone who's very pivotal on her path who said, see the soul, not the body, right? See everyone the way you would a loving, caring, nurturing mother or Kuan Yin. So I thought that was a really beautiful message to carry, Gemini, for the rest of the month. This acknowledgement from Spirit, and also this recognition that you're going to have a greater compassion for the people around you. Perhaps people who you don't understand why they've done what they've done, and just a feeling of surrendering that, right, to a higher power gives you a greater sense of peace. The next one is the card of protection. This is the card of the guardians of the land. You are enough, Spirit is saying, just as you are, and you are safe. When this card appears, it's about you being a little bit more aware of safeguarding and protecting your energy in the way you interact with other people. Really making sure that you are concerning yourself first and foremost with caring for the self, all right? Especially if you're giving a lot to the people around you. All of you who are raising families or you are caring for loved ones, a lot of people who tune in, we all have our own burdens, right, that we carry in our lives, some harder than others. And for those of you who are tuning into this and you are at a point where you just feel like, I give and give and give, Spirit wants you to know that they are here holding your hand, that your life is being guided and protected by higher forces that are often unseen and unrecognized by our modern world, okay? And it's also within this awareness, right, that you can recognize and see that you are capable of soaring to great heights. So you might be going through this period, and I'm curious to see what cards come out, where you are needing to protect your energy and exercise great care and compassion towards self and to the people around you. Let's see, we're going to go with this. This is the Lustrous Tarot. We're going to pull the cards. I want to see what the current energies are coming into the reading for you, Gemini. But I thought those were really beautiful, benevolent energies to be working with for the month of May. All right, do one more quick shuffle. I said look at the bottom of the deck. Look at that, the High Priestess. I'm getting this really grounded energy. Many of you are deepening your spiritual practices. And if you're not actively engaging in those practices, your awareness is shifting more towards seeing from a deeper view, right? Why things have happened, the way you go about your day. It's with a greater spiritual awareness. And I've been feeling this in Gemini, in the Gemini collective, the last couple months. These shifts, massive shifts in your awareness. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Gemini today. Thank you for your guidance and your love. All right, I don't need these anymore. Let's see. I don't even think I read the card. I think it was, let me go back to that. I said, you forgot to read the front of the card. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. It's good advice. Good advice for the month of May, Gemini. You could be helping a friend, family member, going through a difficult time. Those two want to come out. The Hangman, crossed by the Two of Cups. Whoo. I'm getting this, you sitting inside of this energetic frequency of love, shared love. This doesn't feel like it's just about any partnership you may find yourself in when it comes to romance. This is deeper than that. You're learning about what being a loving human is about by giving it to yourself in a deeper way than I think you've ever even acknowledged or even tried to experience. This is going deeply into the frequency of love, unconditional love. And whether it's being ignited by sharing it with someone or just the awareness, right, of your soul self, seeing through your eyes, right? And you actually starting to recognize, wow, I am a soul in a human body, and I want to live my life in a greater frequency, in a higher vibration, where when I enter a room, people feel like they're being nurtured in a loving, compassionate way. Because I'm doing that for myself. It all starts with how we treat ourselves, how we view ourselves. And I am seeing this significant shift in the Gemini. Ooh, Ace of Cups. You might have a challenge this month, keeping your heart open in a situation. We'll find out why it's hard. Some of you might have a hard time opening up to new love and the fear around that. But love nonetheless, keeping the heart open, feeling the love. Interesting, because I feel such a depth that you're reaching current. But as you progress through the month, there's something coming up around maintaining that. Ooh, a lot of Cups here, Gemini. In the recent past, some confusion around love, some choices, options. This is how we invest our heart spaces, right? And the things, people, places, and things. And you could feel a little bit like, as this person's in the shadow, trying to figure out, what do I want next? You could be asking yourself a lot of questions still around what love means to you and what you want. You're coming out of a period of, usually we don't get to this state, I'm saying it like that because we don't get to this state without recognizing that we're repressing some part of ourselves. And you could be realizing this month as May progresses, where am I shrinking myself? Where am I holding myself back? Why do I feel a little bit trapped in a situation? And this could have to do with anyone in your life. It could be somebody who you feel helpless around, a child, a family member, or it could be around a romantic bond where you don't feel like you are where you're supposed to be, Gemini. Near future, judgment, yeah. This is the calling to awaken to a situation, awakening to the truth. This could be clarity, right? That you're not getting here in the past. So something around clarity that they're telling me. This is about Gemini's clarity. All right, so you could be, judgment is also a card of rebirth. And you've been going through this process. It's not something that, when I feel these energies come on, it's not like, oh, one and done. It takes months usually for the full energy frequency to arrive. And I've been feeling this whole progression going on with Geminis really awakening to their own divinity, to their own souls and compassion, love, unconditional acceptance. There's a big decision that you're making that I think that has been lingering. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you got the hand. No wonder all of the keepers of the light are behind you, acknowledging everything you've been doing out there, Gemini. This is a big, big energy. This is fated change. This is your destiny knocking on your door. I wonder what destiny has to say for the month of May. Something is changing. This is the wheel changing. You may be taking action to create change in your life. Ooh, and the hidden truth. This is the card of abundance. Maybe an upgrade in your lifestyle. Maybe you wearing, nicer things, buying more things, things that, make you feel good. You might be shifting and changing even your style and your look. Interesting. But stability. There's stability there. I think it's been hard for you to get to where you are right now, Gemini. Let's go into the deeper meaning. We've got the Page of Cups on the bottom. I'm getting a streak, too, of your own independence here is very meaningful to you. A lot of you are trying to protect your independence no matter what. No matter what. No matter who's around, no matter who you're interacting, engaging with, your independence is primary this month. Sorry, I've got an itch in my eye. All right. I want to go straight into the Wheel of Fortune. Why is that here for the month of May? Some sort of fated change? And it had a lot to do with the choices that you've been making already. Ooh. 10 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. With the Emperor. Whoa. You are bossing up. I mean, the 10 of Pentacles is abundance. You could also have met someone recently where you're seeing a potential for abundance. I mean, the Hangman it could mean stagnation, but it could also mean really lingering in a very beautiful energy. Being patient with love when it comes to the expression, the giving and the receiving of love. This feels like an external energy to me. You may have someone in your life. It could be a father figure. It could be a partner where they're bringing in this feeling of abundance to you. It feels like this beautiful change. Because coupled with the Page of Cups, a lot of you are meeting someone who has developed a great deal of financial gain, stability in their own life. And they're coming in and they're offering you their cup. And it's starting out, this could be a new experience. And you've been waiting quite a bit for love to come. You might feel a little bit held back. You know what? Maybe I'm never going to meet that right person. But I'm seeing here this hidden truth too is some of you are actually coming out of a period of being on your own and trying to find stability and taking care of your own needs, coming up with your own resources to bring stability into your life. And oftentimes when you get there, you realize you don't need anyone for that. But then you meet someone, right? And you elevate. So you have the 9 and you also have the 10 here. So you have someone who's helping you elevate a little bit here when it comes to your abundance. And this is something that's fated. The Emperor energy, I'm getting this someone who's very strong and determined to win your heart. Like I'm getting, the whole, I want to give you the gifts. I want to take you out to the nice places. I want to show you my world, right? I'm getting that with this Emperor. It's the 7 of Cups here. Or this may be somebody that you already know and they like to take care of you. Or they want to take care of you. Fool energy. 5 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. Some of you, this is someone that you have reassessed, reevaluated. You've had your ups, you've had your downs, you've had your confusion, you have been uncertain. There's been some stagnation in the connection. For those of you who are in a continued partnership here, you've had a few rough patches. But you are in a brand new beginning, and I think you're coming out of a period of being a little bit down about the connection. Others of you, you're opening up into a new love experience. Someone new is offering you their heart, putting their A game. I'm telling you, this person is determined. I'm getting a determination here to win over your heart. Some of you were pretty down about your prospects. And then all of a sudden, I think were given a choice to start a new beginning with someone. Others of you, you've really been bossing up in your career. This could be simultaneously happening with love, where you're taking charge and you really are increasing in your abundance and your financial gains. And you've been working very hard, maybe even putting love on the back burner. And now Spirit's like, okay, you seem to have everything going on. Do you want love? Do you not want love? Do you want a partner? Do you not want a partner? And I think you've even been doubtful about, is this the right time for me? And do I want to because relationships require a lot of energy. And a lot of people, we turn to love because we want love. If you turn to love because you lack love within self, then that usually isn't the right route to go. But if you have everything you want and need, and then you meet someone, things run pretty smoothly. And so what I'm seeing here is you are approaching love from a more practical place, really keeping your heart open, but at the same time recognizing you don't have to have love to be happy. In fact, you know what it's like to be in a situation where there was value in the connection, but it really wasn't giving you what you want, and you don't want to repeat that. I see that in your past. All right, what is this repression, this restriction? There might be obstacles around this love coming together. If it's someone new, ooh, Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Hierophant. Ooh, some of you have some trust issues going on in a connection. Or some of you don't trust that this could lead to a long-term commitment. Either way, it's trust issues underlying the love, and it undermines it. Undermines your capacity to feel it. So this feels like you're a little bit stuck during the month of May in a little bit of uncertainty around whether you should continue to date or commit to someone that you've already been with, or the opportunity to really open up to someone that you're just meeting and you're not sure. You know, I feel this hesitation, this trepidation around letting love in. Is that you are showing me that you're willing to take your time. You want to make sure this is someone who it's marked by this fated type of opportunity where you feel like it's just going to be someone who's just going to trick me, or is this someone I can really trust with my heart? Because you've been disappointed in the past and you've been hurt. And every time we learn from that experience, we take that next into our newer opportunities and go, does this have legs? Does this have what it takes? Am I going to be repressing parts of myself? If this is going to be healthy for me? And these are normal questions to ask, which you are doing this month. Ultimately, you might even be even uncertain of marriage in and of itself, of long-term commitment. You have options. You just are clearly showing me that you want the option that isn't going to make you feel like you're holding parts of yourself back anymore. What's this Hangman? Why is this Spirit's going in a really roundabout way for your reading today? I normally don't. Wow. Oh my God. Gemini, I rarely see this combination. The Hangman walking into this reading. 3 kings. What are you doing? We have the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. And the Emperor. Are you really confused about what you want to do? And you're trying to go to these deep knowings, protecting your energy. You could have started to date, opened up yourself to all these new options in a brand new chapter in love. And now you're like, I don't know which one's going to be the one who's best for me. My goodness, it looks like even if this has nothing to do with multiple options, this is you coming into really deep balance within yourself. We're talking in the material, in the heart, and in the mind. When it comes to your approach to love, you're willing to be practical, but you're also willing to keep your heart open, and you're willing to make sure that you're doing the homework and taking your time as you get to know anyone. And if it's someone you've been dealing with, you're still want to be clear about their intentions moving forward. 3 of Cups over the 2 of Cups. The Devil and the Queen of Wands. Wow. I think some of you are really, you have multiple suitors. You have multiple men, women, multiple people. You know, I see you as the Queen of Wands here, really attracting a lot of different energies. And you could be in a period of really celebrating, but also being fearful of making the wrong choice. I really hear you saying, I don't want to make the wrong choice. You may have been really surprised by the turn of events here. You may be surprised going into this month. For those of you who are single and you're opening up to multiple options here, you've got people really coming after you who want to be with you. Others of you, this is you really holding back and being deeply committed to your spiritual life, not trusting in love. Saying, no, not really. I'm in my own new beginning here with my own spirituality and my own abundance. And I'm not really in a place where I'm seeking love, because I'd rather lean on my friends, do my own glow up over here, and love can wait because I'm just not ready. A lot of you are saying that, but it doesn't mean there aren't people around you who are curious about you. I think that even if your light is on or off, if the proverbial open or light is on, if you're closed, it doesn't mean there aren't people around you that are swimming around or curious. So, Gemini, I don't know what you're doing, but you are putting out an energy that is very alluring to multiple energies. And if you wanted to open yourself up, I do believe you might be a bit overwhelmed. And some of you are. You opened up and you were shocked at everything that started coming towards you. And now you're in a period of, ooh, wow, that flipped out somewhere. You're in the center of all of this communication. And it might be a bit overwhelming when it comes to love. Yep, you're trying to make a choice. We got the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Wands over the Ace of Cups in the challenge. Some of you have love knocking on your door, and it could just be one person, and you're coming from a very, very balanced place. Exercising care, compassion for self, protecting your energy, stepping off, right, into a brand new beginning in love, making a choice here. But there's some, I feel like you're saying to me, I'm only willing to open up to the right person under the right conditions at the right time because I don't need love to be happy. I just want the person to complement my life and they have to add to my life, not subtract. Wow, you've got an important decision to make in May, Gemini, whether you're going to enter into commitment or not, whether you can trust in love or not, whether you're going to choose who you're going to choose. I think you're going to choose love, but I think for those of you who have manifested multiple opportunities, you could be very confused. And it's time to take charge of your life. And really, it's like you're planting seeds for the future. Whatever you invest in, you want it to be not only successful, but worth your time and energy. What's the hidden truth here? Three of Pentacles. Working on the same page. Some of you are not ready. Some of you, even if you have people who are texting you or asking you out, you're still going through a process of the re-identification of you as a solitary individual without the attachment of being a couple. I think a lot of you are showing me that you're a little bit burnt out from the couple mentality and that you really enjoy being alone. We have the Death, the Strength, and the Page of Wands over the Knight of Pentacles. You're still going through this really beautiful transformation in your sense of self, in your own recognition of your inner and outer beauty. And while you do have a desire, an enthusiasm for anything new in your life, you're willing to open up to anything that might excite you, but you're still going through this massive transformation. Some of you are trying to come back into balance in an existing connection where you have been together for quite some time. And there's been trust issues, there's been a lot of ups and downs, there's been hurt, and you're trying to remove any interference in the love. You've been pausing, things have been stagnating, and you are making a critical decision this month in May to communicate what needs to change in this connection for things to come into balance. This Judgment is very strong here, very strong. We're going to get into that now because I was looking at the balanced energy. You're coming from a really beautiful place when it comes to your decisions, Gemini. Let's see what you ultimately decide to do. You're transforming nonetheless. Many of you are making a big decision about whether to go into a deeper commitment. You have an opportunity to commit this month, but you're not trusting it for some reason in its ability to follow through with what you want. We have it in the opportunity and we have it in the challenge, the Ace of Cups. It's either the renewal of love or a brand new love. And you might have trust issues around marriage, the idea of marriage, or the idea of a commitment because of your recent past that you're carrying over into the hidden truth. A lot of times when I see the recent past, it coincides. Something upset you in the past. And you are in a new opportunity here for change and to get back on the same page with someone. Let's see what this critical decision is. This rebirth that you're going through is very real. It feels very self. directed. And out of that, it's changing and transforming your love life in the month of May. The world, no wonder. You've got a cycle wrapping up. And Spirit is saying, you know, while the change may feel slow and you may feel like you're going to have to leave someone behind, this change is necessary. And we have the World, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. What's changing as well is you recognizing that you create your own feeling of love, connection, abundance. It's been a big lesson, I believe, of you going inside of yourself and strengthening your resolve, strengthening your connection with Spirit, being led and guided by your own inner knowing and your own soul development. I feel like you've learned so much on the path recently. The last few months have been life-changing for you. It's like I think you're even telling your friends, you know, you're so happy inside that, well, you may be struggling with a decision here around love. You know deep down that you're not going to abandon yourself in this new cycle. You abandoned self in this old cycle. And so that's what I mean. There might be energies that you can't carry with you, that you're being guided and protected here to move away from, because it's not. If you were sacrificing self and you were abandoning parts of yourself to make a relationship work, it won't work in the long run. And we struggle, we fight for something, and we lose parts of ourself when we do that. Our integrity, our self-worth, our self-value. And I think you've learned all of these lessons, Gemini. It's nothing new for you. A lot of you are choosing to stay on your own because you're not done with this transformation yet. And you're moving slowly and surely through a period where you did feel victimized. You did feel hurt. You did feel like you were dealing with a toxic energy who you couldn't trust. Others of you, it's the more, this is the thing too, is the more you trust yourself, the easier the decisions will be. Ultimately, your decision is to really focus on your own awakening and your own rebirth. You were reinventing yourself in every capacity here. And love is something that I feel is on the back burner. It used to be in the forefront, but now you're like, you know what? It doesn't really matter to me. I recognize my own light within. This is such a self-directed energy that it's almost like anyone outside of you is just secondary. Let's get some advice from Spirit. Let's go over here. Yeah. I want to get some advice from Spirit about how you should handle. Yeah, this is about coming out of a period of bondage. I'm telling you, a lot of you have been in a couple long enough to realize, you know what? Or if it's not a couple, it's being a steward, a caretaker of someone else, and really having to sacrifice a lot of yourself and whatever you're committed to when it comes to the giving of love. And the fear of never feeling like you could just be free. And so this month, I feel like you're going to have an opportunity, yes, it's going to be a challenge for you, because I think that love is coming to your door and you're going to be like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. So, and you're also saying that even if whether I'm ready or not, it's not the point. I don't have to have it. And see, once you realize that, you no longer feel like you're left out or victimized by it or abandoned by love, because you're not going to abandon yourself anymore. You're learning something very pivotal and profound when it comes to your desire for love, acceptance of love, and approach to love. You're finding your own emotional fulfillment within you. I really feel that way. But you are making, down to reality speaking here, practically speaking, you are making an important decision about a connection. There's a lot of uncertainty about whether you can make it work. At the end of the day, I do believe that you're going through a very, an ending here. An ending. Yeah. Yep, and a brand new beginning. But some of you have already gone through the ending, and you've been going through this growth, and now you're welcoming new love after having learned a lot. When we go through a healing phase after feeling repressed, sacrificing self when it comes to romance, and then you come into a new chapter and that cycle ends and you wrap up all those lessons and you're like, I'm setting my rules, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I don't want to repeat, I've learned my lessons, so to speak. You're opening up in a new chapter, right, in love, which is very apparent here because we have Ace of Cups in the opportunity and the challenge and a lot of confusion in the page here, which is someone wanting to bring you love. And you're saying, nope, I won't do it if it's not feeling right. So here's the thing. How do you know if it's right? Well, you take your time. Knight of Pentacles. You take your time in this new cycle. If at any point you start to abandon yourself and you start making allowances for someone's behavior and it's starting to feel a little eerily similar to what you've gone through in the past, you exit. Either way, you're being divinely guided and protected here, right? On your path. You have the path of protection and you are a very benevolent being. I think that there's a lot of people who are attracted to your energy right now, Gemini. All right? And I think that you've been taken advantage of in the past. And you know what that feels like when it starts to happen. So I don't think you're gonna be blind to the actions or inactions of another person when it comes to your heart anymore. It's about you making that choice to jump off, take the risk, right? But with the healthy boundaries. That's the thing. That's what's different. Healthy boundaries. And you coming from a place of independence, emotional independence. I love seeing that. I think that you're right where you need to be, Gemini. Trust yourself. Trust your decisions this month. You are opening up to a new connection. Let's see. The final message is from the Sacred Earth Oracle. And you got the card of stretch. Look at that. Isn't she pretty? Put yourself forward. Stand in the sun. Grab an opportunity and run with it. Reach beyond the shade, out of the comfort of darkness, and step into life. Holding yourself back is counterintuitive. Doubt, fear, anxiety, and grief may be part of your journey, but don't let them be the journey. Exactly. Reach out, stretch yourself little by little, grow strong, and live. In a fleeting moment of grace, in the space between your thoughts, you glimpse a silent bliss that is beyond words or description. This all-encompassing love is your soulful spiritual center. It is without beginning or end. Reach for it. And this state of grace shall be a guiding light in this world and beyond. It is life. It is eternal. Insight. To secure a place in the sun, plants stretch and grow towards the sunlight. Even though they are fixed in place, they actively avoid the shade cast by their neighbors and reach single-purposely for the light. Beneath the surface of the earth, they extend themselves in the search for water and nutrients. The plant's roots are positioned with as much care and determination as their light-chasing leaves. All that they reach for is transformed into growth, and this growth makes them strong and fruitful. Even in the darkness of caves, subterranean tunnels, and ocean trenches, life is trained towards sustenance. The urge towards that which will nurture and enrich you is instinct. It is natural. It is life. Position yourself towards all that is life-affirming. Words, foods, activities, hobbies, songs, images. Grasp for goodness, Gemini. Grow beyond the shade and be fruitful. Remember, a seedling doesn't grow beyond the canopy overnight. It gets there by consistently seeking the light that is just out of reach. What a beautiful card to wrap up this reading. You are definitely going through a period of stretching yourself little by little so you can grow strong and live again after quite a bit of hardship, Gemini. I see the wheel turning in your favor here. You're approaching a whole new cycle where there's a lot more abundance. There's someone who I think really, really, really wants to give you their heart. For a lot of you who are opening up to a new connection, take your time. Keep your healthy boundaries, okay? All right. Good luck. Take care.